विष्णु ब्रिंगी and Sundar Das. Sundar Das, आप आ सकती हैं ना? You can let him sit in. Please sit down. You are from Colorado?
हाँ जी, Colorado.
Colorado. Papa ji, our first question is related to karmic law and its expression as human suffering either in physical, emotional, mental planes. Sometimes extreme suffering appears to be randomly inflicted on innocent bystanders. Terrorist bombs, airplanes, or AIDS, virus transmitted by contaminated blood transfusion. Is such suffering purely randomly inflicted, or can it always be interpretable as prarabdha karma of the individual or of combined individual and collective karmas? How would an enlightened being view such expressions of karmic law? So this question deals with a total consciousness, you see. And if I speak that it is all prarabdha karma, that is we believe, you see. But this belief doesn't hold good to everybody. It is not reasonable to speak, you see. Therefore, those I can explain both ways, you see, how these actions, anything that you do becomes prarabdha, you see, itself. So, even this prarabdha, what we call now, is that you have done something in the past, and half of it has been done or attended to, some portion is left. So we do not know the root of that, and that is now here. We call it prarabdha, but you can call it the balance of your previous activity. That is now, as you can see, you have $100 in your pocket, you go to supermarket and you have spent about $80 of it, and the remaining $20 is in your pocket. So the next morning when you wake up, you find $20 in your pocket, you see. The balance of $100, you see. So this is prarabdha, that you do not know $80 have been spent. So this balance, this opening balance today in the pocket is $20, $80 have been spent. So that is over now. You have to begin afresh with this $20, whether you are spending all of them or you are earning another $50, again it becomes $70, you see. So prarabdha karma, actually there is no prarabdha. Actually, you have already done something previously and nobody knows. And if you believe in these stories of these Upanishads, one story is there that in one village there was one saint. One saint was there. He used to live quietly in the forest. So one day, one cow running and entered his hut. So after that, one man came. He said, have you seen my cow? My cow came here because I was just going to slaughter it. I am a butcher. He said, yes, yes. Cow has gone inside my hut, and he pushed the cow, gave it to this butcher, which was butchered. Now this is a happening. It happened. Now this man, again, this saint, now becomes again a saint because he was a saint. Next life he again becomes a saint because he didn't do anything else. So now he's going, there's a very famous temple in Maharashtra, you might have heard, Pandharpur, where is a very good statue of Lord Vitthal is there. So he was going there. So about 10 miles is left to go, then it started raining heavy and storm. And he could not walk, he couldn't see. So one man invited him, you can spend a night here and then next morning you can proceed to Pandharpur because it's 10 miles and you can't see the way. So he agreed. And now this man who invited him was very compassionate, generous, and old, about 70s. He had a wife, very beautiful wife, and now she falls in love with this boy and asks him, I want to live with you as your wife. He said, no, I am a saint. I have never touched a woman. He said, now I have fallen in love with you. I have to go now. My husband is sleeping. Let us run away. And he says, we have no money also. I have collected all my gold ornaments. It will be enough for us. No, now let us run away. He says, no, I cannot stay with you. I am going to Lord Vitthal, you see. And now seeing that this man is not agreeing under any circumstances, and no, I forgot something. Then he said, you are already married, and if you go away, your husband will be in pain. Then she went in and killed her husband and thrown into the well. Now I have no husband, she says. Even then he doesn't agree. Now goes outside on the road and started crying. This man has murdered my husband. And people all around came. And police also came. When the police came, took him before the magistrate. And there was no witness. The court needs a witness, you see. And he said, who killed it? This man. And this man doesn't belong to this village. And how did he enter? He says, he went to steal. He has stolen my ornaments, and see, these ornaments are with him. And he has killed my husband, thrown into the well of the house. You can go and see. So now the judge is baffled. Judge is baffled now what to do, no witness, but murder is there. He is not the resident of this village, and so we cannot hang him. The Qazi of the village said, Qazi means magistrate during those days, we can't hang him, but since the crime has been committed, so we cut off both the hands of this man. So they cut off both hands. He is happy, he has not done anything. So he continues his journey and arrived. And Lord Vitthal appeared before him. ye ask any boon. कुछ मांग लो मेरे से. He says, I am very happy with you. I am your devotee. I have always loved you, worshipped you. I have not done any other thing, and my tongue has never uttered any other name. My hands have not committed any crime. But if you are gracious, you can please tell me, these hands have been clapping at your name, why they have been cut. So I don't insist. If you are happy, you tell me. So he says, you look now as a Div Darshan before him. You see now yourself what has happened in the previous life. Now he sees himself a saint. Cow comes and all this story which I have told. Now he said, this time the cow that has been killed is again the wife. You see, the cow has been killed, the wife, and the butcher is the husband. And cow had to take revenge from the husband, from this butcher who is now her husband. He was killed by her. That is over. That action and reaction has taken place, is over. But now, why hands have been cut? Because you have pushed this cow who came to have your protection, which was butchered, you see. That's why your hands are cut now. So I'm speaking of action and reaction. Now next life it has become prarabdha, but nobody knows the root of anything. We do not know what has happened, you see. So like this we do not know, we only see what is happening. So your question is about the prarabdha. Now I have explained. In modern physics, it is now clear that the observer are experimenter, and the method used for measurement will affect the outcome of the experiment. How does the manifestation of the suffering change according to whether an enlightened or unenlightened person views it? To proceed further, what is the relationship of the manifestation of Prakriti, quality, quantity, to the individual, collective consciousness which is viewing the manifestation? So the viewpoint is quite different in case of a enlightened man and unenlightened man. The cases are very different because the man who is enlightened, he looks from behind, not the observer and the observed, not as that everybody becomes the observer of everything that he observes. But now the enlightened man even knows the observer. He goes beyond this observation and one that is observed, beyond that. So he has got nothing to do with this observer. Observer means ego. I do this, I have seen this, I experimented this thing, and only he is speaking of individual observer. As I can see the glasses here, I am the observer, and this becomes observed. In between observation. So everybody is doing up to this much, you see. Right. But no one knows who is the observer. I am the observer, everybody say, I observe, and object of observation. Right. but nobody knows who is the one who is even looking at the observer from behind. The enlightened one does it, not the other one. Even the observer is seen. I am seeing, I start working myself as an individual person, but I don't go behind what is this individual person himself. You see. So whatever is seen, observed, I observe my body also, and not the one which is beyond. The beyond will observe my body, my feelings, my intellect, my mind, and my body and senses and the objects, everything he will feel from behind. So if you turn your face to that one who observes the observer, that is now my question to you. You see, you are. You see also what you are doing. To see who you are, and you are quite conscious that I am so and so. And what is this consciousness by which you can know I am conscious, you see, of everything. So that supreme consciousness is looking this individual consciousness and everything that is being done by the individual itself in the way of senses, you see. Or you can call it other way, there are objects. And then the objects we feel through the senses. Senses of sight we see, through ear, music, nose, fragrance, tongue, taste, hand, touch. Now, object, senses. And better than the senses is mind, because the mind orders, commands the senses. There is glasses, pick it up, like this thing, mind. Beyond the mind, intellect, you see. Intellect which decides what you have to do and what you have not to do. If it is some flower, you have not to touch it, but smell it, you see. So, intellect. Beyond intellect is ego, from where the rises of the intellect, mind, senses, objects, you see. Now, beyond the ego now you have to go, who is aware of the ego, what I have to do and not to do. If it is a rock, I can't swim. There must be a lake to swim. So this decision is from the beyond the intellect, you see. Intellect decides and the ego is there to do something, but this consciousness which is conscious even of the ego, who is that? From where this consciousness will arise from. You see. Now you are going 5 steps back, you see. Object, senses, mind, ego, and consciousness, individual consciousness, and supreme consciousness beyond that. And if you see beyond that, all is there already, is being done, you see. And you are not affected, you are not doing anything, you are not the doer and not done. So that is called enlightenment, freedom. And even from the karma, what I described, there is no karma at all. This karma is in the framework of the mind, because this mind has recollected something and ordered the effect of certain commitment through certain such vehicle or senses. And then beyond that, this activity has never even arisen from anywhere. So long a man has doubt, he is suffering, so we advise him to be free, we advise him to go and meditate, in the Himalayan caves, go to attend satsang. So because he is in the mental plane, we advise him something. If you rise there, there never has existed anything is the fundamental truth. There never ever has existed anything, never will exist. This is the ultimate truth. What we see is through our ego only. And this manifestation, what we see around, is what you needed to see, what you wanted to see. And this is related to your individual identification and how you close up all these things in an instant when you go to sleep. Suppose you go to bed 11 p.m. you see. 11 p.m. you go to sleep. And the waking state started from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So 10 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds have been waking state. And you could see, observe everything. What will happen now, the next 60th second of this waking state?
Just before you fall asleep. Just before you fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep just before sleep.
Just before you fall asleep.
Just before you fall asleep.
Where is the
Now
consciousness?
59 seconds, and then all the rest from 5 a.m. is a waking state. You are quite aware.
Yes.
Now you are going to fall asleep. From 59th second, the last second is in your hand now.
Yes.
Now proceed slowly. Half second is gone now.
Okay.
Half of the 60th second is gone. Another quarter also is gone.
Okay.
Now full time is gone. Now
Yeah.
what is this state? What is this state?
It's in between. It's in between the two states.
In between two states is half of the 59th second.
Okay.
That can be in between.
Okay. Now you're
Now that in between is now reducing to quarter of it. Now quarter is gone.
okay.
And I'm asking you now, what do you see?
I cannot say what I see. I cannot express
You
it
can't
in
say,
words.
yes, you are
Right,
sleeping
I
now.
cannot
You are sleeping now. No more waking state. What you can see or say is waking state. Or maybe even dream state.
Dream state, yeah.
No difference. But now you are sleeping. You are sleeping now.
Okay.
Now, next morning, now, the first second of 5 a.m. now started, no.
I'm sleeping
First,
now. Okay.
you are sleeping. You have now to wake up, you see.
Now to wake up, yes.
Now to wake up.
Okay.
Now you are awake. The quarter of the second of the first day you are going to start now. And some friend comes, how did you sleep? Everybody says, how did you sleep? Mostly Germans when you get up, you see. But they always ask me, how did you sleep bad? First of all, I didn't understand why should they ask me? I'm not sick man. No. I say, there was nothing wrong in my body. As I slept, so I wake up. I'm quite fresh. I'm now going to run. Why do you ask me? He says, I ask you because this is a tradition. When we meet each other, we ask, how did you sleep? And later on I came to know they never sleep. So, like this friend, he asked you, how do you sleep? Absolutely well. I was very happy so that I could not see anything. I could not have no dream. I was very happy. Now, there was no waking state. Finished.
Right.
Before last night, finished.
That's finished.
And You are now, you say, I was very happy. I had very sound sleep. Now, who was observing the soundness of the sleep when you slept? Who was it?
I have no awareness of. I don't have any awareness of who was watching what at that point.
You don't have.
I don't have
but
the
then
awareness.
you say it.
But you say you remember something.
But then who is it who was remembering and seeing what you are doing in sleep? You are enjoying without any object, without any subject. Then there was somebody who was awake to see, enjoying your happiness, you see. Therefore, you tell to a friend, I slept very happy, you see. So now you come to the waking state. Yes. Now in the waking state, you do not know what has happened from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. What has happened, you can't describe.
All you know is you have slept, that's all. You only have knowledge of the fact that you have slept.
You slept, but you are saying you are slept in waking state.
Oh, okay.
You don't say, in the sleeping state, I am sleeping.
No.
If you say, you are not sleeping.
Right.
So this time from 11 to 5
just before the waking state.
Yes, is no time.
Right, no time.
No time.
Psychological time.
You didn't have watch. If you had also, you didn't see the watch. This is now, you don't see, you don't make up this thing. Even if you slept hungry, the food is there, you don't care when you slept. The food is lying on the table, but somehow you slept now. Even hunger is gone, you see. So this way, when you wake up, the bliss or happiness that you had from 11 to 5 means 6 hours. Now you are waking up. What did you do with this happiness? When you say, I am suffering, this belongs to the second of the waking state. I am suffering, I am sick, I have to go to hospital, to work. But what about this time? What about the experience that you had for 6 hours, you see? 11 to 5, 6 hours. What did you do with this? And how you are going to utilize it wisely, yes, in the next waking state, yes. As you say, I asked you, where did you come from? You say, Colorado, is it?
Right.
So you came from Colorado.
Right.
Okay, now the man who is meeting you in the first instant, he is asking you, where do you come from? You must reply him.
Right. Yeah.
Where do you come from? This friend is asking.
Okay.
When you wake up, he is asking.
When I wake up. Okay.
When we wake up, where do you come from?
Then no problem, I can answer him.
You cannot say, yes.
Yeah. Just at that point, yeah.
Yes, so you cannot say about something which was always awake. You can't say anything, you see. Means your consciousness was aware when you were unconscious, you see.
Yes.
Yes. So about this consciousness, you can't say you are just conscious that I was happy, I enjoyed. So why do you forget this when you wake up? Why don't you enjoy this state? So what I advise you, what is good has to be honored, no? What gives you happiness has to be honored, no?
Yes.
You enjoyed 5 hours, 6 hours. Now you have to say, I was happy, I have to be happy. And you now start your life from the last night's state. Now, when you are waking, even you think yourself, I am asleep, because this sleep gave you happiness.
Yes.
So, still in that sleep, you will see that you are awake, yet sleeping. Hard to believe, but this is a fact.
Oh.
Yeah. I am awake,
but
yes, it's still there.
The state is still
So
there.
you sleep when others are awake. all around people are waking and you sleep because they have never slept a night of happiness, you see. And you have. Therefore, when they are sleeping, you keep awake. And when they are awake, you keep sleeping now. They are awake now.
Oh, okay, okay. That continues the state.
Yeah,
The
that's
peaceful
what
state all the time.
all the time. And you will never be affected, you see. What was affected, it was during the waking state.
That's right.
Or during this lifespan, and you are beyond that, you see. So this understanding doesn't need any practice also. This happens in satsang. Only you can catch it, absorb it, and become it, and be it, you see. It stays not by any practice, you see. With the practice, you can strengthen the mind. All practices need physical and mental exercises. So they all begin and end. What begins and ends is not true. It cannot be truth. What stays always is the truth. And by practice you gain something, some happiness for a while, but you lose it, you see. So any gain is no gain when it vanishes, you see. So this you don't lose because you didn't gain it by any practice. This is your own nature. And also now, you are now ready to declare, I am that. I am that which was awake when I slept. And now it is that when I am sleeping, everybody, the world is awake. I am neither this nor that, I am that. And this that cannot be explained.